Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to talk about the effects of wearable technology on human health autonomy, and how they're going to affect our lives from now and in the future. The pro side, can you please stand up, go to the pew, and you'll have 2 minutes to state your case. Ladies and gentlemen, wearable technology has revolutionized the health game, and it has been on an upward trend as of recent. It has started from general watches and timekeepers to evolutionizing to Apple Pro Visions, Fitbits, Oura Rings. They are changing fast, and they're doing so only for the better. Fitbit started the revolution of wearable technologies with a little clip-on that you could monitor how many steps you took. They went from that simple measurement and turned it into a watch that could still do the same thing and monitor vitals such as heartbeat, blood pressure, all of that. Fitbit allows users to lose about 29% more than people who are just trying to self-monitor their weight loss, which is a big jump. Same thing with Apple Watches. Apple Watches statistically have over 50% of their users actively watching their vitals. So both of these are statistically helping and making people more conscious about their own physical health. The Oura Ring is used to help sleep. It monitors your sleep. It makes sure that you can get the best rest possible so you're in your best physical shape come morning time and throughout the rest of the day. And they do so at an alarming rate, giving you 91.8% accuracy on your sleep vitals. There's not technologies that are doing it better than Oura Rings in that department, and that just shows how well wearable technologies can help boost the health of every human going forward, and why they're only a net positive. Thank you. Thank you, Pro Team. Anti-Team, you will now have the same amount of time, 2 minutes, to tell us why wearable technology is not as good as it seems. Take your stand. Yes, wearable technology is evolving fast, but it is also causing a bigger gap within the social classes. It is proven that people that have an annual salary of $50,000 or above are 4 times more likely to purchase any wearable technology than people who are earning less than $20,000 a year. That social gap is just expanding because they think that they can just leisurely buy it. And I say leisure because there's another statistic from the same people that are saying less than 20% of the people who actually buy these wearable technologies are using them in their most efficient way and to help them physically across all technologies. So they're mainly buying these technologies for fashion statements and statements about their wealth instead of actually using them to help with their health. Another thing about these technologies is that they don't hold their own local personal information. They send that information to be held by third parties. And in the transfer of the information and these third parties in general, your information is a high risk of having it spread to people you don't want to have your personal information. You could get hacked based on your personal information from Apple Watches and their system, or we can send off your sleep vitals so you get scam sleep ads on websites. This personal information is supposed to be just between you and your technology, but these technologies are putting that entire scheme at risk and allowing you and accessing you to a bunch of hacking and scamming opportunities. I rest my case. Thank you, anti-team. We will now allow the pro team to call up its witness to the stand and prove why their point is correct. Okay. First of all, I would like the audience to get to know you and what you stand for and how you view the world. So please stand up and let the audience know who you are and a little about yourself. My name is Utilitarian, and as you can guess, I am a utilitarianist in my viewpoint of the world, which means I view the world purely in good or wrong based on the consequences of the actions or ideas made. So if you save someone and that consequence is purely good, it's a good thing. But if you do something that borderlines and that consequence is morally bad, then I cannot view the action as a good action. And that's what I stand for. In what ways do you believe wearable technology maximizes utility for society, especially for vulnerable populations like the elderly or those with bad health conditions? These wearable technologies certainly maximize the utility on technology for society, especially those who need it in the healthcare industry, as these wearable technologies have story after story been able to save people's lives from early disease detection or early virus detection. You can look at stories about the Apple Watch constantly saving people with having irregular heartbeat concerns built into the watch, or having a fall detection on the newer generation. So if anybody has a hard fall and can't respond, it automatically calls 911 for them. So of course it maximizes utility for society, and it's for a dang good. It's saving people's lives. And what's better than that? From a utilitarian perspective, how should we weigh the benefits of widespread health tracking against the potential misuse of personal health information? Personal data attacks are going to happen all the time. And yes, that is a consequential bad, so I should view it as such, but that is a small portion of the consequences that can come from wearing these wearable technologies. The good that can come from it, as stated before, is saving people's lives. And as Team Pro has already said, statistically improving people's physical well-being. And I think if you weigh it too, some personal information loss about heartbeats is not going to outweigh being physically fit, better in your lives, and at the root core, saving people's lives. It far outweighs the bad and what can come from it. So in a utilitarian perspective, that's a good thing. Thank you. Thank you, Pro Team. Anti-Team, you can now call your witness to the stand and help prove why your opponent is correct. Same as Pro did, I would want the people to know who you are and how you view the world. So please stand up and allow everybody to know who you are and about yourself. My name is Deontology. I am the science of duty. That's what it means. And the way I view the world is not by the consequences, but of the actions themselves and what the purpose of that action was. The reason it's called the science of duty is because you have a human duty to make sure everybody can do this. I want you to tell me if you believe it is ethically wrong to promote wearable technology if the users are not fully informed about how their data is being used, even if the technology improves health outcomes? And do you believe that the constant collection of personal data by wearable devices violates an individual's right to privacy, regardless of those said potential benefits? Yeah, as I said, it should be accessible to everybody. So as your question is asked, everybody should have that right to privacy, and everybody should be known about the possible limitations on your privacy that are being taken away by these wearable technologies. So I do believe, because they're not being fully explicit in what they are doing with your privacy and private information, then it is a moral wrongdoing, because not everybody knows, and it is the duty of that company to tell you what's happening, especially if it is something as personal as your personal private information. Thank you. Thank you, witnesses. Pro team, I'll now allow you 1 minute to rebuttal. People, anti-team is trying to tell you that these privacy concerns are more important than the physical well-being of our people. And while privacy concerns are a valid criticism and skeptic, the physical well-being of us should not be overcome by the potential of a threat, which the potential of the threat will always be there. It's there in every technology. So are we just supposed to say no to all technology just because of a potential risk, an ever-evolving risk that's always going to be there? Or do we want to take this step forward to bettering our physical well-being so that everybody on Earth can be the best version of themselves? Thank you. Anti-team, I will now allow you the same 1 minute time to rebuttal against Pro. The Pro team is trying to paint wearable technology in this perfect image, when there is multiple reasons why it should not be pushed as hard as it should. He addressed the concerns of possible personal information loss. That is still a concern, as he said, but so is the social gap that is going to develop if we continue to push these. The richer are going to be able to get all of these wearable technologies, and for what? They're going to be doing practically the same thing, recording the vitals. And they're going to get generation by generation, evolution by evolution. While the people who truly need it, the people who don't have a job and are on a fixed income, or the people who are out in the middle of nowhere who can't get to the convenience store to get one of these, will not be able to have that same level. So yes, wearable technologies can be good, but it's not a good for all, it's a good for the people who have access to it. And that's why I believe we shouldn't push for it as hard, because it is not good for all people. Thank you. Anti and pro, thank you for stating your cases. We will now allow you guys, the users, to tell us which side of the argument you guys are on. Like the video if you are a pro team, and go ahead and comment no in the comment section if you are team anti.